Do you want the helm on my Frostbeard as well? On the Mountain King?
It's better on you, so I'm just gonna believe in you and say that you're not gonna die.
Mistakes were made.
They have 1 human, yeah. It's not gonna be the same. They're gonna play more passive.
Sounds good. And they have Zlatan.
We are on a new map, though. So on this map, this is the first camp you will take.
Okay.
With 4 militia, or even 5. 5 is easier. Yeah, it's a very new map, chat. Except it was out in 2K2, but it's new for Viper.
So you have played it before?
Yeah, this is the most iconic map in all Blizzard RTS, not just Warcraft.
Sick.
I guess SC2 doesn't have it. I don't know if he's just informing us. Okay. Always a good habit to share if you have the chance without messing up your build. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Start footies. 1 more peasant and then the farm.
I wanted to go for the top one, right?
This one with 5 militia. Technically we are both pros, yes.
Oh.
Kill the priest first and then the green trolls, ogre last. Don't summon second elemental for this. Okay. Next you'll tech once you're able to.
Already spam clicking.
Perfect. I'll send your peasants home. And then
Next,
you're gonna take
go
this. Perfect. And you can also make a tower just for peace of mind. I scaled brilliance for you.
Mm-hmm. Why is my hero going back? Was that me?
I think, yeah, you did that.
Oops.
It's okay. You can make lumber mill. You're gonna probably need it. And then blacksmith, you have money for it as well. You can make it in front. It's very tanky. Okay. This is your next camp.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, okay.
There's a healing fountain mid, so you can idle the dead footy, the nearly dead footy there. You also need to fix your rallies. There's a footman here. I'm sending it on your archmage.
Okay. I have stopped producing footmen though.
Yep. But, you know, for the rifle, it will still apply.
Yeah.
Pick up the item. And then let's meet at the center soon.
Mm-hmm. Do we engage this?
Yeah, we can fight if we're together.
Say the word.
Especially with our back to the fountain. We're healing up for now.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna see
I go
if he's...
macro, you fight when you're ready.
you macro for sure.
Am I still going rifleman priest?
Yep. Okay.
Oh, I have units in my base.
Yep.
I call to arms. Okay, that's the way, I guess.
You're gonna walk home, and I'm just gonna join you.
Okay.
And we're gonna try to use militia a bit. You're making rifles. We'll both go here. Make new peasants, since we are expecting some losses.
Oh, we're blocking.
I'm trying.
Nice.
Okay, start Sanctum.
How do I make them villagers again? What was that?
Back to work. I don't know the hotkey for you. That's too tight. Don't make your Sanctum there. You must make it in front. There's no space in the back, but not that tight. Where's your Archmage? Okay.
On the top.
They don't have an expansion, and we do, so for once we're in a solid
We're
lead
ahead.
with that. Yep. So now we creep without Archmages to creep Mountain King. Good. Macro.
Yeah, I was slacking a bit on the farms.
And when you have bank like this, you can definitely go for power build on the Sanctum, because you're looking to spend earlier than that.
Those houses. Yeah.
Okay.
Where next?
We go to the center, the healing fountain. Maybe they've already done it. It's fine, but we're gonna check there. I'm gonna send one of your peasants to each of their expansions to see if they have it. And I feel like sometimes maybe you ungroup your you stop your rally on your hero. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
not,
absolutely.
so
I
it's
have the
not
habit of-
rallied on your hero anymore.
Do we engage in the middle?
No, they've already had it and they have their back to the fountain. So we're gonna do a careful retreat, body blocking with water elemental. Keep running away. I'll body block his Mountain King. Keep running away everything you own.
Where to? Home or?
No, we just regroup. We can regroup here. We always want to be going somewhere. So remake a tower at maybe 2. You can build a farm here on his expo place to so that we know whether they do or not. And the same here. Help me out with the creep camp. Again, Mountain King Oli. Okay, we can go here now. Upgrade those towers, 1 arcane, 1 guard.
Where did you want to go?
Here.
Ah, okay.
Okay, yeah, you went over 50. I think that's a good idea. Because we have extra base anyway, so we shouldn't get needlessly greedy.
Yeah, that was my reasoning.
Good. Alright, now anytime we see a fight, we can take it. Because we've benefited often enough. He went here, so he's probably creeping the corner we know about 2 of their expansion locations, so we want to check if they're trying to expand in the corner.
Oh, he has a lot there.
Yeah, this is 2 of them. I have the thing on where everyone looks like the same color for you. I feel like it's clearer. So it's actually 2 players. We're gonna TP you out with the Mountain King.
Sweet.
Okay, we'll get them on the next attack.
Do I keep going over supply or should I not?
Yeah, we should, because they still don't have another base.
Are my units trapped? Did I wall myself in?
Yes, you did, and it is not fixable, so we kill the farm.
Rip farm.
Oh, it's all good. I'm gonna get a really big power spike next. So if we can meet at the fountain when you're able to get here.
On the way.
We're gonna attack into this guy now. And we don't have to meet at the fountain anymore. We'll go here.
Okay.
We try to all-in win here before they get their expo. I'll send 1 ghoul on their expo to disrupt it, and we go attack here.
Yeah.
Oh, they're here. We can just fight them then. Better than in their base.
No. I accidentally clicked him in.
It's okay. We have to go back to the fountain. Let's remake Mountain King.
On the way.
Man, how do I beat this?
Do I make spellbreakers or just priests?
We actually need knights. Can you cancel? Oh, no. Yeah, cancel the rifle. You need to go back to 50 pop.
Yeah, I did.
we
I'm
have to
advancing to
run.
3rd age then.
Yeah, that's better. And we'll prepare for knights.
The knights are in the in the barracks.
We're gonna have to play a little bit of hit and run. We're gonna have to.
Should I upgrade the knights in the blacksmith?
No.
Okay.
You have TP. Go cancel this. We sent all your army there. We're gonna have to hit and run a bit. You have town portals, so try to kill all those towers and peasants.
Prioritize the workers or the towers?
Towers. But you have enough for everything.
Yeah. He's there.
Okay, you're gonna TP out.
How do I do that?
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay. I was trying to click, I got panicked there.
Yeah. Now it's a bit of camping for you. That's all we can do at this time.
Okay. Should I do anything extra on the towers or just...
No. Then make a second barracks and you'll prepare to go for knights. We just don't want to be in a death trap situation like this. So we're gonna kind of stand to the back of your base.
Ah, okay. So I want to sit on the outside.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to keep the eco lead.
Sounds like a plan.
You can buy TP and try to creep this.
Which one did you want me to creep? Sorry.
This one.
Okay. Okay, knights are on the way.
Okay, good.
Any upgrades needed for the
Knights
knights?
and breakers will be your army now.
Should I add the third hero?
Nah.
Oh, they are down here in the corner.
Okay, then you don't want to engage.
It's quick.
If you can leave with as few losses as possible.
Should I go over the upkeep?
Yes. Knights and breakers. I'm having a good fight, so if you're not losing much, we're in a good spot.
They're not here. They're probably coming to you.
Okay, defend this if you can. I don't know if you will be able to, but you can try. No. You can
No?
just camp on the top of the hill.
Okay. He's coming on the hill. Should I just fight?
Yeah, you can fight. I had a game-winning fight here, so I think we can finally celebrate a W.
What?
Those knights, you want to get animal war training for them, which is bonus health, in the barracks.
Run, Frostbeard. Do I ever bring him back into the fight or just...
No, circle around, circle around. The fight is turning against you if you can back off.
Back to my towers.
You're gonna hear allied hero, no problem, don't worry about it.
I'll trust you.
Knights and breakers. Yep. We're gonna use your militia. Once you drop under 50, I'm gonna give you gold. It incurs taxes, so I don't want to do it right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come and help now. I've killed the other guy.
Okay.
You can fight best you can. We're gonna give you heal pot on your Mountain King. Gonna use it. He TP's out. Okay.
Coward.
Okay, cool. This is really good.
Okay, what's the next step?
Next step, we restore order to your base. You make as much units as we can. You're just gonna stand still with Mountain King and Priest for a bit to get that juicy healing. And I'm gonna buy a town portal on your Archmage with you. There we go. And another cool item, this is gonna be a bit of a challenge to use it. Staff of Sanctuary. Go ahead and read it for a bit. Don't move your army so that there can be healing. Read what
It's
Staff
in
of
the-
Sanctuary does. It's on your Archmage inventory bottom left.
Teleport a target unit to your highest level town hall. Stunning the unit every Okay. So I will use that if my hero or
So you
anything
can
falls
can
down.
only use that on another unit, not on your Archmage itself. So your
Okay.
Archmage becomes the savior to your Mountain King. Next time they focus
Okay.
your MK, wait till he's literally 1 HP, and then boom, staff.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's attack. I think we can finally have a game-ending attack.
Oh, that's hype. Where do you want to add? Which angle?
This one from here.
Should I prioritize knights over spellcasters or healthy balance?
Spellbreakers first, knights with the rest. This is because I have the same unit as you do. The knight, I have the pretty chubby guys. Those are like knights. So we have enough of that type of unit. So any money you have, first Spellbreaker, and then the rest is knights.
Okay, so Spellbreaker top priority. Okay.
Okay, looks good at home. Let's attack. Continue on. Can you ungroup this knight from your group? Ungroup this knight from your group.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna send it here. All right. They are here.
Is it time? Is it time?
It's time. They're coming. They're town portaling. It's gonna be 2v2. Let's get in position. Let's back off. I'm gonna TP you. Keep everything close so that you TP. Keep running, keep running. You're not gonna make it.
Oh. Oh, I was TPing with my hero.
Yeah, sorry.
Right.
Keep running, okay?
Okay, so I keep running.
Was in the end not the ideal fight location.
My base is out of gold now. I guess I need to...
Yep, that's normal. But we did deny a lot on their side. Did you bring the knight back in, or did he wreck his base?
He got killed, I think. I saw him evaporate just now.
Okay. Do you remember to what? Was it back before the guy TP'd? Oh. Careful, careful, don't fight. You don't have TP. Back up the hill. Those peasant losses is not that big of a deal.
How do I get gold now then?
You can't. You will never get gold again this game.
Oh really?
Yep, you're gonna play the rest as a... I've taken all the expos because it is mechanically more difficult, so I'm the expansion guy now.
Okay. Oh, my base.
Yep, I'm coming.
Do I care about my base anymore?
Yeah, we're gonna defend it. We're gonna fight here. Good storm bolting. Check this.
Bada boom. Oh, that's a
big boy.
Oh, I've seen that guy in Hearthstone.
Yeah, there we go.
No. Oh wait, Lord Darksky, that's the enemy, right?
No, that was me.
Was that yours?
That was me. I'm losing both my heroes. Which is not good, but fight is decent.
Feel free to use my heroes whichever way you please.
I'm trying to see where your Mountain King is. I don't see your Mountain King.
He's there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we used the teleport spell.
Yep.
I think it's looking good, no?
It's debatable. They have a lot of heroes. It's debatable. I think it is winnable. Oh, I got it. They have ultimate.
Yeah, what?
They just used the revive. Okay, we killed one hero too. Do you have some wood for me?
Oh yes, no problem.
Great.
How much do you want?
Everything.
It's not like I can use it anyway. See, if I can't get gold, I can't make units anymore, right?
Correct.
I'm officially economic support player. It's been a long fight.
It's been a very long fight, very epic.
I have no idea what happened, but they're running.
It went okay. It helps that I have a lot of bases because I accidentally lost my Dreadlord before.
Not the Dreadlord.
Yep. Okay.
Oh! What do I do with this?
Yeah, I just give it back in case you have like small expenses, like when you give the credit card at the hotel, right?
My gold is going down. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm repairing. I'm using your peasants to repair my.
Oh, so that's why you sent me gold. It was
Yes.
greedy. Selfish.
Yeah, true.
That
true.
makes more sense.
You know, I just like giving gold to a friend. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I was thinking, oh, kind gesture.
Doesn't mean it's not kind. It's still gonna end up helping you.
Okay, here, you can have it back.
Thanks.
I want to be kind as well.
Okay, let's attack this base.
What do I do with my workers that I have?
You can long distance mine gold here.
Oh, I'm back. I'm in. There's a goal there. Oh, I can control him.
Yeah, you can control my units.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that.
Ah, shit. They're attacking my base.
Oh.
We'll kill this base. He has TP. Okay, this base is dead. Now we're just gonna try to control their bases. I have one big question. Let's send everything back. Just keep following me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And my one big question is, do they have the corner base? This one?
Hope you're not expecting an answer from me.
No, I'm not expecting. I think maybe they could, and if they do it, then the game is wide open again.
If they don't, then we have a chance.
If they don't, we're probably ahead. And I can actually check it, which is even better than guessing.
That sounds like a... Yeah, sounds fair enough.
The math checks out. You can't long distance mine anymore. I'm taking the corner. You can long distance mine on theirs.
You're not...
Greedy. Greedy. Right? You almost have
approve.
mass teleport. Can you start reading mass teleport on Archmage? It's your ultimate ability. Oh, no,
was it
we're
called?
fighting. Never mind. Another time. They're gonna focus hero, careful. They're hard focusing hero.
I'm running.
Oh crap. No. We have to run. I lost my hero. You're gonna mass tele away. Don't touch anything.
Yeah. I'm not touching anything. I guess you didn't teleport me.
I think I did, but it got interrupted.
Okay. Yeah, because I was standing still and like nothing's happening. And
Maybe I touched it. It's possible. I have one base mining. They have one. It's not a good sign.
Is there any way I can heal my hero without standing still? Like. Oh, I used the spell thing. Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, it has a cooldown. I thought it was a one-time use.
45-second cooldown.
Okay, okay. So what was the special ability thing I had?
Yeah, mass teleport. Hold on, I need to send a peasant to the corner. Ah, crap, they're finding my only base.
Oh no.
The heroes are so strong right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's very tough. It's my final base. I need to
the
wait.
hero ability. Right. Teleports 24 of the players.
We're gonna abandon your base at this point.
Okay. Seems reasonable.
So you stand next to your MK. If they attack you, you're gonna mass teleport away to a friendly unit. This is self-interruptible. You don't want to interrupt it.
Okay. And where do you want me to teleport? Just to you? Anywhere?
Yeah. To me, when it comes to it.
Okay.
We have to focus their paladins. And no, that may not mean as much to you, but...
it's the hero, right?
Yeah. You see the guy with the hammer?
Yeah. Musan the Fearless.
That's the only weak point in a way, because they can heal others.
Okay.
Okay, they don't have another base. So what we're gonna do now, this is a little risky. I'm gonna mass teleport you towards them. We're gonna harass their income. But we're waiting for another mass tele cooldown. The moment I see that they TP,
I have plenty of stamina, so...
we run away. Yeah, we have to run.
Teleport us back again, or...?
Yeah, let me do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it worth using that spell with the cooldown on the Spellbreaker?
Sorry?
Never mind, it's probably not. The Staff of Sanctuary.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's 45 seconds, so...
Okay. Should I come up to you, or...?
No. I just killed 2 units for free, that's all. I'm gonna go to the red spot. They're still mining, we're not. Do you have any peasants? No. Okay. You're gonna use water elementals, so you're gonna scout expos with it. And you can staff to them if you see an expo in progress. But keep in mind, mass tele is interruptible.
Yeah.
So it can be very bad.
I have 3 peasants.
Okay. You can long distance mine here.
Oh, you're going for the red drake.
Yeah.
I have 90 gold.
Yeah,
Can
just
you
keep
use
it. Just keep it. It's not important to give it to me.
There's a Tome of Intelligence there.
Yeah, it's too far out of reach now.
Okay.
To the gods. Not the worst. I killed Blood Mage. I'm not gonna say that it wins us the game, because it was not without losses. I don't have mining base. I think you must tell it to me now.
Okay. All my units are coming.
Oh,
Get
nice.
hyped.
Nice. Okay. Let's. Can you send me the gold? Can you send me the final gold you have?
Send you everything.
Nice. Keep following me.
There's 20 more coming. Oh, 10 more.
Nice. Wait, where did you get all this money? You're rich.
I'm long distance mining like a madman. Swim faster, elemental.
We have to somehow attack their mining again. I'm gonna send your peasant to their natural expansion, see if they have it.
I have teleport again.
Okay. Teleport will probably not be a super relevant spell now. We're gonna have to paladin focus, okay? I sleep one, we kill the other, that's the goal.
You do what with one?
I sleep one, he cannot do anything, and then we kill the other.
Okay.
Your base
I'll
does
use
not
my-
matter, but that's a lot of knights, holy crap.
They have a couple of knights.
They might go full base straight. They have so many knights, Jesus. I don't have TP, so I can never leave a fight we're a part of. So if you're noticing it's going south, there's no running.
Okay. The odds that I would notice it going south are very low.
If I'm like not speaking and like
Okay.
we'll attack this base.
Oh, I will be revealed. I guess that's fine.
We're banking now on them town portaling and us getting a big position on them, I guess.
Big sling incoming. Are you ready?
Oh, nice. That's another acolyte.
See? See?
Okay, you're a bit exposed.
Oh. It's party time.
Here, the paladin on top, focus him.
Yeah, yeah.
Get him, bolt him, bolt him. Bolt him.
Did.
No, the wrong guy.
Oh, that was the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Shit. He is a paladin though.
It's okay.
Is
We
he?
killed
No,
one,
he's
we
a-
keep running up, keep running up.
I'm coming. I will bolt him.
Not if I can get him first. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Yes,
Got him.
yes. Your Archmage, no!
No! Oh, shit!
Fight, 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 fight. Focus his paladin.
Where's the oh,
The
there it
level
is.
4, the level 4. He has Divine Shield, he'll be back soon. I mean, he'll be available. Go for the Archmage.
Where's the Archmage?
I'm focusing him. Okay, we go back to the Paladin soon. Once that freaking D-Shield ends. Holy crap, it lasts long. Get him, get him, get him. The Paladin, you have a bolt?
I don't have a
Almost.
bolt.
Okay.
He's
Now
dead.
the Archmage,
Where is it? Oh, there, I see it.
the horse.
I see
We
the
need
horse.
to run, we need to run, we need to run.
Wait, not the
Run,
Archmage.
Run, run, run. It's okay, they don't have income. We must save
Okay,
everything
okay.
we can.
I'll sell.
He left!
Oh,
He left!
GG!
What? No, that's
Easy.
not GG. No, one doesn't
Oh,
believe
not-
in it. It's not over. Keep focused. You
Okay,
only
okay.
have one hero.
Yes, I'm gonna micro the hell out of this dude. Nice move,
I
nice
killed
move.
another hero. Don't commit. Don't commit. They have
Yeah,
a
I'm
giant
running.
army. One guy got tilted, but the other guy still has a lot. He has way more. I don't know why the guy left. Keep running away.
I go to your base. Or do I want to group up with you?
Stay with me. We must somehow
okay.
get your Archmage back. You have an altar?
Oh.
No, you don't have altar.
I don't have a base.
Yeah, I know, but you can still
I have
buy
a
it from the
worker.
tavern. We must get it back because I gave a really good. I gave a really good item to him. Can you tell me how much Archmage costs?
How?
Look at this, the tavern.
Oh, there.
I'm like assuming. that you know
765 gold.
Okay.
180 wood. Yeah, that's not enough.
No, I know.
Slow and steady. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
This feels like a very intense
Yeah, it's
situation
insane.
right now.
Like he's got one hero left.
Mm-hmm.
We have to run away. We'll come back here later. They're gonna try to surround us. We have to keep running.
Don't get blocked.
Don't get blocked. Remember how.
I've learned all the tricks.
I'm gonna send destroyers around to. Just keep following me, okay?
I follow you. I keep spamming move command on your units.
Look, do you see my ghoul? You make Archmage. You have enough?
Yeah, I have enough.
Make. Okay, run to the corner. Run here. Don't get found. Save up 100 mana and teleport towards us.
Yeah. You can control my guy. I only worry about the archmage.
Okay, I control Mountain King.
Yeah, don't lose him. I
His
trust
paladin
you.
is back.
What? How? Did you move my archmage?
Yeah, I'm controlling it.
Okay. Oh wait, this is good, right?
I think so. Oh,
Or not?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was good, but he de-shielded, so now I have to wait till that cooldown runs out. And I don't have mining base anymore. So now we equalize with them, and they have a bigger army. So we have to try and see if we can get the... Can you press Alt-A once?
Yes.
Okay, we have to get the teal paladin.
Teal paladin.
The teal paladin.
Okay. Not the Mountain King. Oh, there he is. Okay, I see him. I see him. Are we going?
Yeah, go. Get him, bolt.
Get him!
Okay,
Got him.
run!
I'm running! I'm running! I'm trying to!
Yeah,
He's
I know,
blocking me!
I know. I'm go to my base. Go to my base. I let you control again.
Yeah, I felt like I was clicking exactly what I was doing, but maybe you were.
Yeah, I had him
also
in
there.
group 2, so I didn't give that many commands. So we
Okay.
killed his hero again. This is good. I'm gonna expand to the corner again.
You have money?
Yeah, somehow I mined enough from that. I'll take back the items just in case, you know, something goes wrong.
Stealing my items. Do you want the helm on my Frostbeard as well? On the Mountain King?
It's better on you, so I'm just gonna believe in you and say that you're not gonna die.
Mistakes were made.
If you don't die with your Mountain King, then it'll be a good investment.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Okay, cool. I really believe in you. We're gonna send an elemental to the bottom right of the map.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we have to try and kill this altar. You follow
Should I
me?
ever use the Mountain King ult, the avatar?
Yes, it's magic immunity.
Okay, okay.
So you basically just use it at the start of the fight, no questions asked.
Okay.
They're long distance mining. Careful. This is good. The high ground is good, but we'll just try to kill one by one unit. Just kill them. He's gonna try to surround you. Keep running your Archmage. Keep running Archmage away.
Mountain King as well, I assume?
Yeah, run everything away. Remember, it's one guy, so his micro is gonna be a little bit less good. You focus that Yes!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go! I have a feeling this game was pretty close.
No, this is normal. This is everyday business.
Sick. I have no idea what the hell went on this whole game, but it somehow felt pretty epic.
Let's watch the replay in half speed.
Let's do it.
No, I know you need to go soon. One more game.
Okay, can you summarize this game for me, please?
Yep. The long, the short, or the full version.
Let's do the long version.
The long version. Okay. I started by making an expansion, so we took the economic lead. Right? And both of them are human, and human can be quite good against undead with the hero nuke. Let's see. They made a bunch of paladins. Normally paladin is a healing hero only, with that annoying divine shield, which is why we couldn't target him a bit. And they have a holy light, which heals allies, but it can also hurt enemies only if they're undead. So against one of the 4 races, it can be used aggressively. Kind of a fun fluff thing.
Okay.
So I made a bunch of Crypt Fiends, which I feel like maybe was a mistake because you have rifles, and Crypt Fiends and rifles are somewhat interchangeable. So we have a large ranged army. Then we tried to do an attack. I think I must have said game-ending attack like 3-4 times. It was never true. So I had a bunch of units. We attacked. It kind of worked, kind of didn't. And then we had to go back. Eventually, they took a counter expansion, so the pressure to attack us stopped for them. I took another base, but it also created a bit of an anti-timing to produce units. Anyway, the really big thing that helped was when you transitioned to knights and breakers. That was so much more effective for us than rifles, because as it turns out, the opponent also made mass ranged units. So I have ranged unit, you have, they both have. And what was happening is that their hero synergy was a little better than ours. So we have the Stormbolt, we have 2 direct damage spells from me. I don't know if you look at my stream, you see this green wave of bats. That's just the damage spell. And you have a Stormbolt, you've got the Water Elemental. But then they had like all these, this one, Carrion Swarm.
Coil.
Send a horde of bats to deal 200 damage to enemy units in a cone. So we have some damage spells, but they have all these interlocking great synergies. They can heal each other's heroes. They can steal mana from us. They can give mana to other allied heroes. They have 2 Mountain Kings. They have Flame Strike, which is like a large AoE spell. So their heroes were just kind of better, but we had the economic advantage.
Okay.
Then when you started getting Knights and Breakers, that gave us a lot of staying power in battles. And I switched to those beautiful abominations, which are like the tier 3 tank, and you had the tier 3 tank. And for a long time, they didn't. So now it was a case where their heroes are better, but our units are tankier and stronger. So there was one fight you said, this is going pretty well for us, right? It was in your base, I think.
I remember.
It was kind of true. We killed a lot, but the only bad thing that happened, I lost both of my heroes. And one of them was like, it was just a lot going on, getting sniped. The other, I was getting body blocked a bit. And I also should have just been more aware in general. But then there was like a lot going on, microing, all these different things, dispel. So I lost both my heroes. That created the biggest comeback chance for them because they were doing like they needed to do damage there because we had more income. Then I kept taking bases. I kept making more units. I added in a couple of meat wagons, which give deep backline penetration. They do siege damage. They're kind of like mangonels. So I was trying to target their backline. And they leave this, they do this disease cloud, which is 2 damage per second for 1.5 minutes long. So total of 180 damage over time. Quite good. You just shoot once. Everything that comes in contact with it gets diseased. Then maybe your knight sometimes my ghouls, sometimes your attack, sometimes mine. We did some economy denial. Generally, we played a stronger economy game. We had more bases. But then they had the better hero levels. What it all came down to in the end was us not just moving into each other, but really starting to try and put the most possible effort into hero focus. They had 2 high-level paladins who could heal each other and had access to Divine Shield to make themselves invincible for a period of time. So we needed to focus them once, force D-Shield, focus them again, and then lock out the other paladin from healing the paladin. They have so much mana that they would never die unless we do a crowd control ability. And for that, I used Sleep, which is puts a target enemy unit to sleep for some time. A sleeping unit can be woken by an enemy attacking their own unit, but there is a 2-second invincibility period to that unit. So they cannot immediately wake him. So I try to hit one paladin with the sleep. We do the Stormbolt, the Death Coil, the Carrion Swarm. We nuke a paladin, and then we run away because we can never win a straight-up battle anymore because they had so many rifles and knights. Slowly by little, we killed all their economy. They started attacking your main base, and I said, let's sack it because we were killing their final income.
Right.
That was a bad trade for them to take. They gave up the mining base to kill a base that was fully non-functional. You had no money left.
Can confirm.
Then we attacked them in the main base in the bottom. At this base, we're in what is called the base trade situation. You're not actively mining. They're not actively mining. And I was mining sometimes with a few workers the most. I was trying to take bases, but they were getting denied. Sometimes I had one base, sometimes half a base, sometimes no base. So it's almost to the point where it's full war of attrition. Whoever loses a unit is now having 1 unit less for the rest of the game. Yeah. So in this moment, the best kill that we can get is heroes, but it's also fine to kill unit by unit. But because there's still a so much better army, so many knights, so many casters, we'll never win by attrition on their units. So now our win condition became, we have this tiny surgical strike team. My Death Knight has Unholy Aura, which is move speed, and they don't have that. So we're faster. All of our units are faster.
That's why I felt my Mountain King was running so fast when we were trying to escape.
Okay, yeah, that's why. 25% movement speed, it's insane.
Yeah.
And life regen.
Sick.
So we try to kill one hero, we run away, we do it again, and eventually they don't have enough control anymore over the battles with those heroes. That's it. Then we killed enough heroes. They remade one Pala with the final money that they had. Then when we killed it again, we were in a good spot, provided they didn't kill our hero in that same engagement.
Okay. And getting the Archmage back was simply for the items, right? It was not because the Archmage necessarily was contributing much.
So the Archmage contributed decently much. Archmage has 2 abilities that are actives on the basics. The Water Elemental, which by now is just a glorified strong rifleman. And then the Brilliance is super valuable for us. Without the Brilliance, we can't spam Inferno, Carrion Swarm, Death Coil. And so actually Brilliance was super important. Water Elemental, not very. We could have tried to do a Tome of Retraining for you at some point. Blizzard.
So to can get other spells.
Yeah. So you sack the Water Elementals away and you go to Blizzard. Blizzard is insanely strong, but it does make Archmage a big target because he can be interrupted by Stormbolt. Then they're going to focus the Archmage because Blizzard's a big threat. In a way, not having Blizzard makes your Archmage safer because he's not a threat.
Right.
And we really needed that Brilliance and we needed the items back because if you look at these items, if anything, I could sell them for 500 gold. And I don't want to sell them because they're better than that just as pure value. By spending 765 on your Archmage, we're already getting back 500 purely in items. That's not even counting all the other values yet.
Right. Sweet.
I'm so happy we finally won a Warcraft 3 2-on-2 game.
Yes. But yeah, no, I think it makes sense that we struggle more in Warcraft 3 because we're also playing on the high level W3 champion thing, right? So most opponents we're not likely to run into plebs like we could do in AoE2, if that makes sense.
Even Brett, who was 1200 MMR, like he still knew all the meta. Like he was slow. He started his first camp slower. His micro was of course less, but he still knew how to fast expand, what units to make first, then what to make, then how to transition to tier 3, which unit comps are regular. And he's 1200 MMR. That means that he started at 1500 and lost like 10 games, and he's still that good. So yeah, there's a higher level of proficiency on W3C than on like regular Battle.net or AoE 2 starting MMR. That's why it's harder.
How were the hero levels on their side? Because I saw the Paladin was like level 5. How much of an impact did the hero levels have?
Quite a lot. Most of them were really high level. MK6, Pala 6, Archmage 5 or 6. Oh, did they have Archmage?
They had it. Yeah, they had.
They had Archmage.
We targeted once.
Oh yeah, I think it was
Remember
6 as
you
well.
told me to target the horse.
Yeah, okay. And then they had Blood Mage level 5. So it was super important what levels they were. Paladin level 6 gave them the ability every 3 minutes or so to fully revive 6 dead units.
Ooh.
Which is insane. They used that once in your base. I had like a sound of dismay. You're like, what's happening?
Right. But the hero levels are mostly important because of the extra spell points, right?
Yeah, you get extra spell points. And I guess the one thing I didn't tell you, I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, level 6 is called your ultimate ability.
I heard you mention that, and I figured it was the last spell that showed up.
The prerequisite is being level 6. You don't have to pick it when you get to 6, but almost everyone does. So that's the Infernal, that's the Mass Teleportation, that's the Resurrection that the Paladin was doing. That's the Avatar for the Mountain King. These are all really powerful game-deciding abilities that are actually fairly rare. Like in one-on-one competitive meta, you get level 6 less than 10% of the time. So it's really... Yeah, they usually end before. It's super epic when people do get level 6. It's a huge fan favorite. It's a lot of fun to play with, and it happens less than 1 in 10 games.
Yeah, well, it's fun to watch as well.
Yeah, super fun to watch. And if you look at the Death Knight, you can raise 6 dead units in an area to fight, but it's only for 40 seconds. So it's much worse than the Paladin ability where it's permanent.
He can raise 6. Oh, that's the ultimate. Right.
The only advantage of this one is this one can utilize creep corpses, the creeps, the neutrals, and enemy units. So if we kill 6 knights, I can suddenly have 6 knights for 40 seconds.
How exactly does that work though? Like, does it have to be like bodies of that? Okay.
Every unit that dies on the ground drops a corpse, except golems.
Yeah. Okay.
Always except golems. And those corpses last for 88 seconds.
Okay.
And they can be summoned before they expire.
So that spell is only valuable after units are dead around them.
Correct. And if you remember, there was one guy that sometimes put fire under our feet. That was called the Blood Mage. You've never made this yet. He was level 5. Had he got to level 6, he would have got a unit that is as strong as this Infernal. I don't know if you're still in the game.
I am.
Yeah, so this Infernal, if you look at it, he has one damage type I haven't told you about. Chaos attack damage. If you hover over his 4960, it's not mitigated by any... the green jet of...
Full damage to all armor types.
Not mitigated by any armor type. That makes him extremely powerful to heroes, because heroes actually take reduced damage from all sources almost.
Right.
And this guy is insane. Had their Blood Mage reached level 6, I don't think we win. It summons a Phoenix, a huge flying unit that has AoE damage and an insanely big range and splash, and yeah, it's insane. But he never got level 6, luckily.
Cool. That was sick. And we got a win in the end as well.
Yeah.
It would have been sad to lose this.
Yeah, it would. I would have started. I would not have been able to sleep.
Nice.
Wait, Blood Mage did get 6? Then why didn't he get Phoenix? Chat's saying that he did get 6.
Because he bailed after we killed that thing.
Maybe he died or something.
I don't know. Maybe that's why he resigned or left.
Yeah,
Maybe when you said focus the Paladin, I accidentally focused the Blood Mage.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Viper bolted him early. Oh yeah, because he was the one that was scampering down the hill, right?
Yeah. Is that when you I said, "Oh, bolt the paladin," and I accidentally bolted the other guy.
You were like, I did, and then you got the blood mage.
Guy.
That bolt prevented Phoenix. GG, Viper won. Viper took him out.
Carrot. Nice. I'm watching you. I'm looking at your stream. You're fast forwarding.
Yeah, you can go up to time 64, but that only works in 1-on-1. There's too many actions in 2-on-2 to actually support that kind of speed.
I'll open your stream so my peeps can see. I assume you're about to check out the Blood Mage.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a while to get there. At some point they had 4 bases, so scary. It's actually kind of grief that one of them left Viper. If they had been as good friends as we are, Zlatan would have stayed. And they would have probably won.
Dude, even if I had 0 units, I would still stay and watch if I could.
But they were actually random teamers. They weren't arranged.
Oh, okay. They're probably flaming each other.
No idea. God, their army was so big. So at this point, Simkin 64, Zlatan 77. I'm 77, you're 57. And they don't have that much more. This is the fight where it went like quite well, but look at my heroes. Like at this moment we're all fine, but look where my Death Knight is.
Can you click one of your units so I have your heroes in the top left? Oh, it doesn't switch?
Yeah, it is now.
Oh, okay, all right.
I guess there was a bit of a delay.
Mm-hmm.
So my Death Knight is now in the front. He takes a Stormbolt, takes a Holy Light, and another Holy Light, and he dies. So that was bad. And we're actually... The Holy Light does the damage on the undead units.
Okay.
So then next he's actually going to go for my Dreadlord. Because we're kind of winning the battle, if you look at it. You've got healthy heroes and units. Your knights are directly fighting riflemen, which is just like knights against archers in AoE 4.
Okay.
It's really good. They're standing on a hill. You see the green clouds? That's the disease cloud from these meat wagons here in the back. Look at that. He's throwing some rotten meat.
Yeah.
It's gonna come here.
Damage himself as well, or is it just enemies?
Only enemies.
Okay.
And then my Dreadlord got stuck here, got focused down. And that made this fight so difficult. I accidentally zoomed in and I cannot zoom out again.
I know the feeling.
You can in a game, but not as observer or replay.
Yeah.
I think that's actually changing soon because Blizzard is adding a zoom option to the game.
Sweet. Does Blizzard work together with W3 champions? Like, do they try to communicate?
No.
And okay.
No, they have like one part-timer or something working on the game.
One part-timer working on the game?
Yeah, like one part-timer like doing a bit of quality of life improvements. We're not sure why, because they've ignored it for a few years. Yeah. But now, admittedly, there's a couple of cool changes coming up, like the zoom function, which means we can zoom out in replays again. Actually kind of a nice quality of life.
Yeah.
So they never took the bottom spot. If they had actually taken this base, we would not be able to win. It's too far away from us to have stopped it. And it would have given them a nice item as well from the Granite Golem. Oh, this fight was super pog. This was a really pog fight. But as I recall, we ended up losing it anyway.
I would not remember.
Notice how he had like 3 knights on your MK. And you run far enough, he retargeted. I tried to cheese their Archmage by focusing it with all of our spells. But he had invulnerability potion and survived with 62 health.
Ah, right.
It was not good. They actually flame strike themselves a little bit.
Also, it is friendly fire.
Yep. Oh yeah, I guess it didn't specify. Here I lost my Dreadlord. I had to start running. I thought we had lost here. I mean, we should have lost. There's their first resurrect. He just revived 2 knights and 2 rifles. That's so brutal. Look at that. Your MK had 27 health. Literally, if it had died, we would have lost.
Sick. Was that when you recalled and I didn't know if you recalled?
I think I must... Was that mass teleport or TP with you? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
So they have 61 and 39, and we're 60 and 17. So they have a good like 20-30 pop more than us.
But they ain't got our micro.
Yeah, that's true. If they had used their rifles to take down my 2 flyers earlier, that could be bad for us.
I guess the flowers also give a lot of vision, as in when we were running later in the game.
Yeah, exactly. You remember that when they were like mid? Oh, I think you didn't see this fight.
This is where you said you got a... Did you say you had a good fight here?
No, that's later. Here I got 1 Blood Mage level 6, losing a statue and an abomination. So I lost about 450 gold worth of units. 7 pop, 450 gold. But he lost a hero, the Blood Mage, which he doesn't have money for to remake right now. So they're actually force reviving him from the tavern. Notice how blue is getting gold from teal constantly.
Right.
Because they want a tavern revive him. And I think it's 765.
That's what we wanted to do with the Archmage.
Yeah. So now they've brought him back. And I feel like that's worth it. They could have remade it from the altar. It would have been half price. But then they would have to wait like 3.5 minutes.
Is there a chance he didn't do the ultimate ability?
Let me see
others?
actually. Can I see it? I can't see it in the replay actually, but you're definitely right. There's a really good chance he didn't choose it and went for Flame Strike and Siphon, which would be insane. Phoenix is so good. This was, for me, kind of where they threw it. Losing a base that still had... Oh, never mind.
Oh, it was empty.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. Here I was like, let's attack their base because they'll TP and they're always in a clump. And then we can abuse the clump by throwing the Infernal on top of them, which is a stun and AoE damage. That green thing that I summon as my ultimate ability.
Oh, it stuns as well.
Yeah. So I'm anticipating they're gonna like do a safe TP, but they TP right on top of us from 2 sides. So then we target blue. Notice, do you see the little squiggly line, the blue whirlpool icon?
Yeah.
That's a stun. That's the icon for a stun. Then I did sleep on the bottom paladin. You see like the zzz. So then we try to attack this blue paladin.
Is this where I take the wrong guy?
This is where you take the right guy. So he does have mana for Phoenix. He could have cast it. He decided not to, either because he's stressed or because he didn't pick it. I don't know. There are analytics where you can check whether or not he picked that. Did you end up killing this Blood Mage?
Yeah, I think so. But this is where you said we should focus the paladin, and I did the wrong guy.
Yeah, but that bolt ended up killing him because he got separated. The paladin ran for his own life.
Yeah, and we got the paladin in the end after all.
Nice. And then we lost the Archmage. You probably got, you got bolt surrounded as well.
Yeah.
I avatared your Manticing here because I was afraid you're gonna lose that one. And now you cannot be Stormbolt surrounded. You can only be just surrounded. But look at your health. 1800. Avatar gives 500 bonus health points temporarily. With 1800 health, that makes you extremely tanky. By comparison, my Death Knight only has 900.
Double the HP then.
By the way, they did not share unit control. You can tell.
A common thing that you always do that with your teammates?
Yeah, like to remove body blocks. Not like to carry each other with helpful micro, but just like if you're body blocking me, I can quickly move it out of the way.
I just imagine so many people would troll and grief each other.
A lot of people think that, and on BNet that's probably even true, but
Yeah.
on W3 Champions pretty much not. So the guy that left, he only had 4 rifles and a mortar with no heroes and no way to get them back.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it. I guess we don't have to watch the rest.
Yeah. Probably a fair resignation then. Like his micro of those units, I don't know how much impact that has.
He could help, but keep in mind they didn't share unit control yet. For all we know, they argued, give unit control. No.
But he gets unit control when he leaves, right?
Yeah, correct. So they could take those final 4 rifles.
Okay.
Dude, sick.
Yeah, that was really fun.